What's up, Diggity Dog? I hope you guys have the most excellent day today. So, unless you've been living in a rock, you'll have seen all sorts of things going on over on Twitter recently. What with Elon Musk having a bit of a, mental breakdown online and deciding to unban these people, get rid of these features, fire half his staff and then have the rest walk out. You can understand that there is a lot of concern about the future of Twitter. And in that vein, a lot of people have been looking around for a possible new platform to shuffle off with most of the furry fandom. And while down the south of England visiting some most excellent dudes, I heard about this new program called Mastodon. And they explained it to me and I figured I might check this out, have a look, see if it's worth, jumping ship, so to speak. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to completely quit my Twitter. I'm going to keep it open because, hell, I've got a lot of friends over there that might not be over on Mastodon. But as a just in case, sort of a furry lifeboat, I have gone and had a real good look at this Mastodon and set up an account there. So first up, what the hell is Mastodon? So from what I can understand, it is essentially a decentralized Twitter. Instead of having one vast server owned by some billionaire dickhead out there, it is actually made up of hundreds, possibly thousands, I don't know, of separate servers running separate instances of Mastodon, each with a different name, different domain, all that kind of stuff, different admins, different owners, all separate. But here's the cool part, they're all linked, so a user who has signed up to one instance of Mastodon can still talk to a person who is on a separate instance of Mastodon. They can, they're connected in a way. You can view separate instances, you can view all the posts, you can reblog them, you can do all that kind of stuff. So while everyone is on separate little servers doing their separate little thing, they can still interact with a wider Mastodon audience at large. But here's the part that I really love about this, is everything is so much simpler. Signing up is just like punching 5 different things. You're done, you're going, you're signed up. Okay, there's a verification email, whatever. Actually on the website, it's like, you don't tweet on Mastodon. It's not called tweeting, it's called tooting. Very similar name, but with unexpectedly windy connotations. But it's simple as you just write up your thing, just like Twitter, hit toot, and off you go. Again, just like Twitter, 4 images can be attached to a toot, and off you go. But here's the part that I really like about it. The layout of the images is a lot nicer. It's like on Twitter, you put in 4 images, they get the equal amount of spaces next to each other, cut down, they're tiny, it's a bit shit. With Mastodon, you put 4 images on, the first one gets a nice big box, and the other 3 are lined up quite nicely. It's all, a little bit more refined, a little bit better thought out. You got your reblog option, which is like retweeting over on Twitter. There's no quote reblog at the moment. I don't know if they plan to introduce that or not, but there's not one of the ones. It's literally just punch it, no fuss, off it goes, it's now reblogged on your account. And then there's a star option, which is like the love heart over on Twitter. So the very basic building blocks of Mastodon are very similar to Twitter. Where it gets different is there's no messenger service on Mastodon. None whatsoever. I asked around about it and most people said use something like Telegram or Facebook Messenger, or if you're really old school, MIRC. In fact, I think I might boot that up at some point, see if there's any furries still hanging around on that old junk pile. So yeah, there's no messenger service on Mastodon. But something I did discover on there, which I think is pretty cool, is you can actually follow hashtags. I don't know if you can do that on Twitter, but you can definitely do it on Mastodon. You can go to a hashtag, you can hit follow, and it appears on your timeline. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are separate instances, and there are several which are purely furry instances. The main big one that I've heard about, the one that everyone's raving about, is one called meow.social. And I tried joining that, and I was hit with error 403 over and over. There's big warning signs saying the server is at its maximum limit, and registration is currently closed, so you're not going to be able to join meow.social, which is a bit of a shame. And I suppose this is one of the big limitations this program is, your servers are only as good as the people running them. And obviously I've not seen any advertisement yet on Mastodon, so I'm not sure how people will actually make money off Mastodon to upgrade their servers and institute, more capability for their instances. So someone get back to me on that. If you all know more, I am a dumbass for the most part. I am not technically inclined in the slightest when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, I'm here reading Mastodon for Dummies while doing this video. So if you know more than me, if you know how they get their money to keep the servers running, drop in comments below, dudes. But yeah, I was unable to join the main furry Mastodon instance. So I went searching on Wikifur for Mastodon instances, and I found this server called furry.fail. And I'm thinking, well, that sounds sufficiently furry to me. And it said in the description, it was an instance for furry content creators. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, I'm a furry content creator, that must mean me, dudes. So I joined that one. And like I said, sign up process, super easy. You punch in your username, your screen name, all that kind of stuff, a password, and your email address. Hit go, they send a verification email, they verify, boom, you're done. You go in, your profile's easy, you can adjust the profile picture, no fuss, no fucking about with file sizes or resolutions or any of that bollocks. A quick bio for you to fill in, and Bob's your uncle, off you go. Now, like I said, I am on furry.fail. If you want to find me on there, I am Shrapnel Varga at furry.fail. Pretty easy to find, my dudes. When you sign up, if you sign up for one of the lesser known instances, your timeline is going to be empty. You're going to have to go searching for furries to find them. That's the one downside, I think, to signing up to like smaller instances like furry.fail. From what I understand, when I signed up, there were only 5 other people on there, including the admin. The admin is a person called Dalite. And this is the weird part. I signed up and, within about an hour, they were like, we kind of look familiar. And I'm like, you know what? We kind of do. But anyway, random tangent aside, they are a most excellent person. They welcomed me to the server. They introduced me to the other users on the instance. And from what I've seen, they have posted a mixture of very cool furry shit and random techno babble that I do not understand. I'm not complaining about it. I'm sure someone understands it. Like I said, Mastodon for Dummies, okay? But that being said, I'm on a smaller server, so it was pretty empty at first, but then when I went searching for furries, I quickly found that I can actually access meow.social from, a smaller instance, and I can see everything going on in there. I can talk to the people in there, I can friend request, follow them, they can follow me, we can, comment on each other's posts, I can see all their pictures. I've encountered artists on even more instances I didn't even know about. So there's a whole plethora of furry instances out there, all interconnected. There's a nice little growing community on there. I've noticed Boozy Badger's already over there. He's got 1,500 followers. So that makes me think there's probably about 3,000 or 4,000 furries over on Mastodon so far. So there is a little bit of a miniature furry exodus at the moment. Or maybe, people getting in the lifeboats just in case Twitter goes kaput tomorrow. And like I said, this is completely independently run. Each instance has its own owner, its own admin team, and from what I understand, it might have other instances that it don't like. That's just straight up blocked. So be careful when joining an instance. Make sure you join one that has access to all the furry shit you want to see. And again, no messenger service on Mastodon. You do need to find a separate program for that. Now this is a weird synergy that I've noticed, that Mastodon and Bark would work quite well together, because Mastodon has all the nice Twitter elements that everyone loves and has come to expect from that kind of thing, while Bark has got the perfect messenger service but no Twitter aspect at all. So the two side by side kind of make up a whole of a new furry social media that we all need. Kind of like the furry yin and yang social media. But yeah, if you guys are thinking about joining up to Mastodon, I've put a link down below to furry.fail. I would love to see all y'all join that server, really bring it to alive. I think there's like 7 of us on there now. Come chill me on there, come hang out with Daylight and the others. It is, I am enjoying my time on Mastodon so far. Hopefully meow.social will get a better server at some point so they can have more users. But even if they don't, you can interact with all those dudes from any other instance. And I should note, they do have their own dedicated app, but they also work quite happily from browser, so either's good. But anyway, enough blithering from me. Go check it out yourself. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon if you want to see more videos from me. Consider joining my Patreon and Discord. As always, lots of excellent dudes over there, and I do give early access to videos and my artwork over my Patreon. But other than that, you have a most excellent day, an amazing week, and I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Take care, ta-ra.